Fun one. High wins in second round.
Good ball.
I need to missing this. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass. Looks like it probably is. Should have just moved the aimer. Lazy. Kind of a tricky one to read, actually. It could be out here. I could see that. Maybe. Potentially, possibly. I don't know. Freaking out right now. Alright, we're good. My first country club round, huh? I just want to say I did contribute about 600 XP to the country club earlier. Just so you know. Real team player. That's fine. I just did not want to push it. Bullet I can get away with. There's some ridges and stuff like that, but we can't not push it. Which that landed like 2 yards longer than I wanted it to. I want to land it back here and use this ridge. Not what I wanted. So you say. There's no way in hell that putt breaks that. Is there? Could there be? I think so. Someone's playing a trick on me. Alright, I'm going with my gut. I'm gonna misting this. My gut says hit a little misting out here. Alright. Hey, great wind. Perfect. I was like literally saying in my head, I hope I get a 20-mile-an-hour direct headwind.
Oh, you crushed
Crazy.
it.
Not a bad number though. Maybe, possibly, potentially, I don't know. Could be wrong. Play it way out to the left. Well, that doesn't really feel way out to the left. It feels appropriately placed. I want to get a little outside. We end up left of the pin. We end up left of the pin. Good release. I just didn't want to be right of the pin. You catch that ridge or something stupid, even if I'm like way over here. I can't count on a 96.5% ding rate, so I have to think about mistings a lot. Hey, that's nuts, man. I was literally thinking about another headwind here. Like they know which winds I want.
Good ball.
Yeah. I can see the line right now. It's like the Matrix. $16, that should be. Not so much. Really? 4-iron full back would have been good there? I don't know. I feel like that would have came up short, but short would have been better than here. But seemed like too bad of a line, to be honest. Bad. Kind of docile.
Drained it.
Wasn't really a tough putt. Come on, kick. Come on, bounce. Show me some love here. There we go. Anybody still awake? This is a pretty good number. It's actually a really good number. If it would come down another 2 yards, keep coming back, keep coming back. 222, maybe 223 would have been really good. I'm gonna be aggressive here. Might kick off the hill and might run, which it looks like it's definitely going to. I don't know. I just felt like that could be good. If that carries another yard, that might be a pretty decent shot, actually. But maybe worst case, it ends up back here. It's not that bad. It's acceptable. Low make percentage, but easy birdie. Still here. I'll be catching Z's after you finish this game. All right. Thing's gonna fly and it's got a bunch of speed. It's not gonna come back as much at the end. Kind of feeling like that's a pretty good line, actually. I kind of like it. I think it's either there or like right there. That line looks pretty sweet, actually. In this view, it looks good. In the other view, it doesn't look so good. Hope I was wrong and it was the other view. Oh no. Dude, I was just completely off about the break. It broke too. This view was right. That view showed it breaking the other way, so that was just a bad read. Trusted the wrong view. I don't know, maybe straight? No. It's got to be a good half a grid the other direction. I get a nice little bounce here. Give me that member kick. Nope, carried it too far. Carried that about 4 yards too far. Can you share your thoughts on spin for the driver? Sure. Really just depends on the hole and it depends on the wind, alright? You gotta know a little bit about what the hole does, like if it'll bounce. So St. Andy's, a lot of times I'll go neutral spin, because you actually end up getting more yardage out of it. So that's why I'll tend to favor neutral spin there. Some holes you will, oh my god. I'm not do that. Such a good number in there too. So some holes I want to go a little bit of top. If I got a headwind and I know that the fairway's bouncy, right? Maybe I'll put a little bit of top on it. If the fairway's not, then I'll just put maybe like one dot of backspin. So it really just depends on the hole and the wind. And if I know I've got a hole where I have a straight tailwind and it's not going to release as much, I'll just go full back. But very rarely do I hit full back on a tee shot though. Come on. That was a speed issue. Or I just played it. I guess you can look at it either way. Either way is applicable. Shite. I should have made that. Here I like to tone down a little bit. Like that nice little 60 wedge in. But I didn't get the bounce I wanted. I was trying to kick it off this little crater, like right here. Get it up somewhere in here. By the way, I got a decent number in still. Pretty comfortable yardage. Be pretty good. And I'll tell you in this, from this hole, don't aim in this view. Completely jacked up. That's got to be really. Give me a hole out. Man. I need to find an eagle. Got 2 chances coming up though. 3 maybe if we get a right wind. If we get the right wind. This yardage is kinda so-so. It definitely was not gonna miss late, but I didn't really want to pull it that. Missing right is much tougher putt. Thank you, man. And overall, it's not a bad shot, but not really what I was going for. I think it's going to break a little more than I think, like out here. If this view is correct. If not, then I'm going to miss. Okay. And I think if I ding it, miss ding it on either side, it's okay there. Tailwind. Tailwind. Apparently you didn't hear me. Tailwind. Tailwind. Like here, I'm just going to go a little bit of back because it's going to release out a little bit, right? So I want the benefit of the tailwind. So that's where the backspin comes because I want it to fly a little longer versus neutral where it's not going to fly. It's not going to carry as far. Hopefully we get a nice little kick here and get lucky, but I don't think I've ever reached the green with this wind. Yeah. Just doesn't happen, unfortunately. But
that's a huge drive.
And this pitch releases out a little more than normal. So I'll probably play this like it's about 22 yards. Typically I get about 2 to 3 yards, so I could even play it like it's like 21 yards. So I didn't land nearly as far as I wanted it to. That's okay. I should have played it what I was thinking, 22. 22 would have been really good. And that uphill. Little uphill, I didn't take that into account. 28, meh. Dude, give me a straight tailwind for crying out loud. Screwing me. Alright, same thing. What's really nice is if you can catch the backside of this hill, but it's only 300, so definitely not going to catch the backside of that hill. Yeah, I can't hardly see the pin, but it's somewhere over there. I hit the same shot I hit on 9. That was a bit of a safety shot.
That's in the garden spot.
Oh god. It would really suck if that were to just keep going and go up on the green. Possible scenario right there. The way I would calculate this, 182, and I'm going to hit this 0.75, so I want to play this like 11. About right there, I'm giving it another yard for side spin. Land this 31. Take a nice big hop, and then stop. Not a good wind. Not a good wind. It's not terrible. Not good. This is actually one of the few holes where if you give me a 20-mile-an-hour wind directly here, I'd be very happy. I prefer a headwind on this hole. Definitely prefer a headwind. I just have to land this in the perfect spot. I hate when my meter acts up. But missing late here, not bad. Too bad. I think a ding would have been really nice, but oh well. You do. I should read this, but I feel very confident that this is a line. I got damn lucky. I did not mean to do that. I would have missed if I would have hit the ding. Like I said, I should. Oh god, this is a risk, man. So here I am going to get less carry. So for me, I found the optimal distance is like 1 or 2 ticks past full. Less than full backspin. Where you get your optimal carry. It's not bad, but the putt's going to be terrible. Be sharp breaking left to right. It's actually really tame. I don't think it's right. Thank you. Okay. I just feel like this is gonna out here. I know this read doesn't justify that whatsoever, but I feel like there's a ton of break right there. I just feel like that's the line, man. I gotta go with my gut. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Great roll.
Nice. Dropping that Eagles. 50-50 here.
Good ball.
Nice soft bounce there.
That's a huge
Hopefully get under in
drive.
here. Should be able to do something with this. At least in theory. So the good news about this wind is I've got this nice little ridge right here. Like even if I land it all the way up here, it's going to work back down to the pin. So I'm already telling myself I'm going to miss. I mean, let's just go ahead and aim 15, even 16. Really over aim it. And if I miss ding late, I'm still going to be perfect. Like I've got a lot of room to make mistakes here. A lot of room to make mistakes. I didn't carry it high enough as a problem. I get that a little bit higher. So you can see what I'm saying. I pushed it, but it's fine. Level 92 now, all on iPad, trying to switch over to computer. I wanted to ask about your switching back and forth between white and black border scenes. It's just me going full screen. Like my meter in minimize mode is, it might be pretty smooth here, but you can see it. It's like, it's actually really jumpy. I can't play in minimize mode. I got to switch back and forth between full screen and minimized. I know most people can play in regular mode. I'm just not blessed enough to have that option. Thought I missed that. Trying to miss ding that. Oh crap. Okay. So now here's one where I put a little bit of top on it. My goal is to get to this crater, right? So I wanted, it's going to land somewhere back here, but it releases hard, right? So I know I'm going to get a decent amount of release. If I can get to this crater, that means for sure I can reach the second fairway. So that's really my goal with this tee shot. So should get a nice little hard release here. Looks like it's going to make it. Yep, we'll be fine. Here I don't really, I could play this neutral. I don't have any issues reaching the second fairway. Really all I'm trying to do is figure out what gives me the best kickoff on one of these mounds, but some of that's luck, you know. I think neutral's pretty good here. That's not too bad. Should take all shots with the white border screen. I do. I always switch to full screen mode. Always, 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 always. I'm just gonna hit this flat. If I hit this flat, no spin, it should stop. Right, or am I right? No, what do you guys think? Oh yeah. Definitely stopped. Try white border and see if that helps. Yeah, just tinker around with it and find what works best for you. It's all about. You got to play around with different browsers, you know what I mean? What browser works for me may be just absolutely terrible for you, and vice versa. So here, I want to limit the amount of release I get here because I don't want to go in the bunkers, so I go full back. I think I went in the bunker, to be honest. Really afford to misting that.
Good ball.
but I didn't get that big, huge kick forward, so that helped. What browser do I use? I use WaterFox. Exclamation mark browser in chat, by the way. Pull up what browser I'm using. Alright, so this one gets a little tricky because there's a lot of release here. So I have to control the release, which means I have to do something I hate doing. I gotta put backspin on my wedge. So for me, that's about a 3-yard increase in spin. So it's 93 to the hole, but it's still gonna release a little bit. So I'm gonna hit this like it's about 94. Alright, so I still want to land it short and release it a little bit.
On the dance floor.
Your putting video, you mentioned a 4-second grid. Yeah, if we're talking about, you know, JC Sneed method, then to me, so here's another one where I'm going to go a little bit of top. I want to maximize release. This hole tends to release a decent amount. So for me, 100% putt is, well, it's actually 4.5 seconds. So if the putt takes 4.5 seconds to go half a grid, or you can say 9 seconds to go a full grid, that's 100% putt for me. Two, three, probably like 116, 117. I'm gonna overplay the wind. It just seems like I don't know. It always seems like this hole plays a little more side wind than what you think. But I did play the wind correctly. 902, I suppose. I think it's just like right here. And then we just hit it hard, like 40% or so. Just blast it in.
Solid putt.
So how do I find out what my number will be, as you stated? I have to go into practice mode and play around with the dots and figure out what 100% is for you. Again, this is another one where I like to play neutral spin. To me, I find the fairway so much more here when I just hit it neutral. I don't lose a lot of distance. Actually, a lot of times I end up out driving people. But now see, that got a terrible kick there, but I just feel like I'm in the fairway more when I hit neutral spin here.
That's a huge drive.
Which to this back pin location is pretty important. We want to be able to get some grab on the ball. I have a terrible, terrible, terrible number. I'm gonna make it work. Peter. 75 should be good. I think I have like 3 or 4 yards I can. Don't hit off the base of the hill. This is risky, but if it pays off, it's going to be pretty tight. Didn't quite bite like I was hoping, but it's terrible. Didn't get the initial stoppage I was seeing in my head. I think that's a little too much. A little too much. Like right there. You cannot miss ding on that. Really, really bad miss ding there. Still feel like it was a right line, but we'll never know. We will never know. Here I just want to put, I like right there. I'm trying to get a kick off the hill. My goal was just to bounce it off one of the backside of one of these hills, which we did. I didn't catch the good one though. If I'd have caught this one right here, I probably would have hit the green. Good chance anyway. But easy pitch. Be an easy birdie. I like the way this is set up actually. Set up kind of nicely.
You hit that one.
Just didn't, the wind didn't move it at all. I had planned for the wind to move it right and just never did. Not too bad of a round. Should have birdied 6. 24 out of 55. Not a very good ding percentage, 43.6. But a lot of those I missed ding kind of on purpose, or I knew which side I didn't want to ding on or miss ding on. So not too